Well, hello. I'm just waiting for Brandy. Um, oh, hey, girl. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Um, waiting out. What up?
What up?
What up? Thank you.
Morning or good afternoon. Wait, it's morning for you guys, right? Still?
Yeah.
What up,
Right.
Brent?
What up, Brandy?
How you feeling?
This is fun.
I know. I haven't gone on live and like talked yet. Who wants to listen to me talk?
That I know. Did you just wake up?
Do I
Yeah.
look like I just woke up?
No, but I can hear it in your voice.
I know. Wait. I know. I don't know. My sleeping schedule sucks right now.
Yeah.
I was already like a night owl because of Vegas, and then now it's just even worse because of Rona. Go away, Rona.
For real.
It's alone.
Oh man. All right.
All right.
So
I love being all sickled.
yeah. Larry came up with a name and I was like,
Is that
holy-
your foot that's sickled in that picture? Of course.
yes.
Of course
Do you know
it
how hard it is to make a sickled foot with a shaka?
That's
It's super funny.
genius stuff. I like it.
It was super difficult.
Talent. Gavin, what's up, Gavin?
What up, Gavin?
Oh my gosh. How are you? Shane.
All right, let's kick this thing off like officially.
Okay, yeah, we're here for reading.
So, yeah, for those of you that are joining us, this is our like very first live podcast. Like we've done some test runs, but we've never like officially like done it. So this is our first one. We're just kind of like it's kind of fun. Today we have my very, very talented sister from another mister, Brandi Chun. Some of her credits: dance captain for Disney Junior Dance Party Tour, danced in Julianne and Derek Hughes' Move Beyond Tour. She was also the dance captain for Michael Jackson's One show in Vegas. She was also in Beyonce's Run the World music video, which I think I flipped when I saw you on that.
Everyone thought it was Kara.
Same height, that's why.
I know. And the haircut.
And the haircut.
It's the same haircut, kind of.
But yeah, thank you so much for doing this. This is like,
Yay.
this is so awesome. So we're gonna do some warm-up questions for you.
Oh gosh.
We're gonna do some lightning round like warm-up questions for you.
Oh gosh.
I hope you're ready. Are you ready?
No.
No? Okay, so
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Do you have any nicknames?
No, I mean some people call me Brands, I guess, but not really. I'm not cool enough for a nickname.
Oh, we gotta work on that.
I know.
What's your favorite food?
Ramen.
Like specific?
Tonkotsu ramen.
Oh, okay. All right. What's your favorite thing to cook? Because I know you do a cooking show, kind of. You've done a couple episodes, and it's thinking hilarious.
I always make that stroganoff because it's easy, but I guess, I don't know, I just made some lemon pepper wings, and that was kind of fire. I was like, I like these lemon pepper wings, so, but yeah,
Okay.
I guess the beef stroganoff with rice, I make that all the time. Easy.
Okay. How tall are you?
How tall am I? I hate you. 4'11". My resume says 5 feet because 5 feet sounds way
5 feet.
better than 4'11".
Let's just
So I
say
round it up, but yeah, I'm like 4'11". One day I'll reach, you know, a normal person's height.
just gotta eat your vegetables.
I'm trying.
Favorite movie?
Favorite food?
Movie.
Oh, favorite movie? Oh my gosh. It's hard to pick one, but I can quote like with my eyes closed. Like Mean Girls and Hocus Pocus and Bring It On. Those three I can like just quote all day, every day. Ooh, and The Labyrinth. That's kind of weird. I don't know why I love The Labyrinth so much, but like I love that movie too. But it's like not even from my time. I don't know. I love it. Love that movie.
Okay, it's okay. Which do you prefer, the ocean or the mountain?
Ooh, the ocean.
Okay. Favorite dance style?
Oh no.
Haha.
It's so hard to choose. I guess hip hop, yeah. You know, since there's so many branches and elements in there, yeah, hip hop. I fell in love with hip hop because of you, my first hip hop teacher ever. Frozen Hustle for Life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
For real. Okay. On that note, then let's kind of like back it up. Like, how did you start dancing?
Oh, I think my mom put me in like a movement, like in preschool, like a after school program or whatever, and hula, but I had to pick one. She wasn't gonna do both, I think. And I think I was like, oh, hula's too slow. Let's just keep pushing, and then the lady from that that owned that studio. That taught that class asked if I wanted to join her studio, and then I made it over to 27.
Okay. What else? Oh.
What else?
Yeah. And then what? What happened after 24/7?
And then I moved to LA. When was that? Oh my god, I've been here for almost 10 years now.
Dang.
Well, not here, just away from home. In 2011, I left, and then I came here, and I was here for like almost 2 years, and then I booked Cirque and went to Vegas. Well, went to Canada and then Vegas.
Okay.
Now we've reached
That's okay. Wait. We'll get into that one too. What was the deciding factor, or like
leaving.
when did you decide that this is it? This is what I want to do.
This is what I want to do. Well, I knew pretty early on, I think, because we've had so many people for us to look up to at 24/7. You know, blessed with all of you guys going and chasing your dreams. So I was like, I'm gonna do it too. I don't need to go to college. Well, I knew pretty early on that I wasn't gonna go to college. So, and I was like, I'm gonna go be a dancer. But yeah, I think it's because all of you guys set a good example and showed me that it could be done.
I do remember the first time I saw you, like in class. I was like,
Little nugget.
who is this little nugget, and why is like she's just like this raging fire? Like you had so much energy. Yeah, because you had like so much energy, and you're just like balls
You're
to
like,
the
calm
walls
down.
of everything. I was like, dang, this girl is amazing.
Aww. That's awesome.
No, but you really were like the tiniest person in the room took up like the most space. Like you danced larger than me.
It's overcompensating.
Oh my gosh.
But that was, yeah. I still remember do X.
Oh my
Whatever
gosh.
that. Yeah,
Oh
where we
my
wore
god.
backpacks. We were like in all black. I loved those costumes. Or we would put like our zip code on our on our pants. We would paint. So mine was like 96789, like
Yeah.
on my jeans.
Oh my
Hella
god.
baggy clothes. Love it.
It
So
was
fun.
funny because I was like, some of the zip codes, I was like, is this even a real zip code?
I
Like,
know.
I didn't even know. I
You're
didn't even
like
know how I had other zip codes like this.
so fun.
Oh my gosh, that is
Never
so fun.
forget it.
Yes. Um. Yeah. So how was it for you coming up in like Hawaii's dance community? Because I know you said you. I mean, you just said that you had like all of us. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't think I had that much influence on you, um, but you said you had like a lot of us to kind of like
Yes.
show
Absolutely.
you. But like, how was it? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I think it was just showing us like the professionalism already just within the studio. And I actually really love that we got to compete a little bit, but like I felt at least when I was there, it was more about like we did a lot of concerts and stuff, so I kind of fell in love with the production side of things. And we didn't, I feel like we didn't compete. It wasn't always focused too much on competing.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like falling in love with the production and the professionalism, and kind of just, I got to see you guys teach. And then I fell in love with teaching, Marcelo and all of you guys. um, Definitely thank the Lord that happened, because I really found a passion for that, and I think it's working out pretty good. Um, but yeah, I think it's just the talent and the caliber was like crazy good. Even within all the other studios too, not just ours. It was very like good, healthy competition. Everybody pushing each other, and then I didn't really realize it until I moved away and came here, and it was like, oh, everyone from Hawaii's dope. Like, like literally everybody's like I don't know what it is that you guys have in the water there or something. Like everyone from Hawaii that comes here is dope. Like, and I was like, oh my god, crazy, because we're just such a tiny island, and it's not like we got to. I mean, sometimes I came up here. There's like what 2 trips that we came up here, but
Yeah.
I didn't really. We don't know like okay, like people know about us even though we're just a tiny island off the coast. Um, I feel like we're representing, and everyone represents really well, which is super dope.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah, for
dope.
sure. Um, yeah, I didn't realize that either
Until you
I
go, and everybody's like,
looked up.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii people are
Like,
dope.
oh snap, you from Hawaii? Like,
Yeah,
yes.
it's cool.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it is kind of cool. Um, oh my gosh, there's so many things like, I don't know. It's going through my head right now.
Oh, ask me. Hopefully
Um,
I have an answer.
I think, yeah, competition wise, like when I first started, we just started to jump into competitions, and then like Urban Jam, Dance Expo,
Urban Jam,
Urban
yes.
Jam, Summer Jam. Like it was cool because yeah, we got to compete against other studios, and it was nice. Like everyone showed up. Like
Yeah.
everyone showed up, and it was nice to kind of like meet people. Um, but even like going to like LA, that was like super nerve wracking, and just
It's
taking
crazy.
classes with like other people, and you're like,
No, I had to learn. I'm still learning. I love to be in the back or off to the side in the front. But I've never been an aggressive class taker here. Um, so I totally feel you. Like I feel like we're like that though. I think that's why people like dancers from Hawaii, because everyone is crazy, like crazy good, but I feel like we're all taught this how to be humble and confident, but not be like overly cocky and
Mm-hmm.
outward about our confidence, which is something that I find with a lot of Hawaii dancers, and it makes me proud that like everyone's representing well, um,
Mm-hmm.
because you know that's one of my pet peeves. I'm like, you need to be taken down a notch. But I did learn that when I came here, like, it's okay to go in the front. It's okay to show that you're, you know what I mean, that you're not afraid to be there. Because I would be like, oh my God, well, hopefully you notice me. I'll just be in the back here. And I'm like, Brandi, you can't do that. You have to go in the front.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can't expect that they're gonna see you out of 60 people. Like, so I had to learn the hard way, but kind of taking a little bit the confidence of LA, you know, people that come to LA and are like that, but still keeping like the humbleness and you know, not being a, you know, just if you hit me, gosh, just say sorry. Even when people hit me, I say sorry. I'm like,
Right.
oh, sorry, like sorry I got in your way, and they're just like, I'm like, wow, dang. I said sorry for you hitting me. What the heck? But
Yeah, is that
yeah,
class etiquette? Like,
class etiquette. I
can
really
we
stress
please?
it now. Like I mean, for when I teach like the teens and stuff, I'm like, come on, like you guys have to be respectful. And what's actually kind of weird about teaching some kids here, um, especially the ones that grow up here, they have such a like a plethora of choreographers and teachers that they can learn from, and I mean, we were lucky. I was lucky to learn from you guys and have that, but a lot of people that I think move here, they're like whoa, like the caliber is so high, and they have
Mm-hmm.
so many to choose from now that it's like kind of overwhelming. And I'm always like, y'all are lucky. Like, I don't know, my high school did not have like a dance program, period,
For,
at all. Like,
well, kind
Castles was
yeah,
really
castle.
good. Castles was really good. I'm thankful for the studio and stuff, but like, I go to teach at some of these high schools, and I'm like, y'all are lucky. This is dope. Like, oh my gosh, what a great like program for you guys to
Yeah.
be part of, and it's at your school. It's not even like, you know, and then they do double duty because they can do it at school and after. So they're crazy good. Like, and I'm just like, wow, what an advantage. Y'all need to be thankful for this advantage that you guys have being
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because, do you know Melani? Melani?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
From Truth
I
with
didn't
Dancing.
know her at back home, but I met her. She's taking my class. She's fire.
Fire. Melani, if you're listening, you are fire. But yeah,
Fire.
her high school is that way too. Like, she had to go through an audition,
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
ballet, like technique, and like, yeah, it's just
So
so crazy
crazy.
now. It's like,
And I'm like, I wish I had that as an elective. What the hell?
yeah. I know, but and you got like dope people. Like, she has dope people like Ambrose coming through
Yeah,
and teaching.
yeah.
Like,
So cool.
yeah, like us,
So cool.
we were lucky if we had a convention come down, or we went up to like Urban Jam and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean, we just had
Spend the
us. Like,
money. I had to like spend the money to go. Like, and honestly, I feel like I only maybe did jump and maybe visited Pulse, but I think I've only ever done jump when it came to Hawaii, and oh, my roommate Evan, he's like was a convention kid, so we're just always like exchanging stories, and I'm like, whoa, I did not know that was the life. Like, but I'm kind of happy that I didn't, because I feel like I was never like super competitive in that way. Like, of course I'm like competitive, um, you know, being in the industry and stuff, but not like, oh, I live for the solo fight. Like, I'm gonna have the best solo and I'm gonna win these awards. Like, I've never really been like that. So I think yeah, I pulled some great stuff what we've done, and
Mhm.
like I feel like we had the perfect amount of competitions, the perfect amount of concerts, the perfect amount of even doing like Miss Hawaii, like that taught us really early to just be professional and like
Yeah.
be on TV. Like that's just crazy. It's
Yeah, for
crazy.
sure. For sure. See, I'm competitive and like
I know you are.
I,
You're like, ooh, ooh,
it just
that's that.
it just like translates to like everything. So like even in class, like I don't like being in the front either. Like I don't like being in the front either. But I will make sure, even if I'm in the back, I'm gonna do my best to outdance you all the way up in the front because
Yeah,
to me, if you're dope from anywhere in that room.
yeah,
Uh,
this is true. This is true.
but
It's true.
yes, at the same time, I think uh, that's what LA did for me. Like you said, like a little bit of that, like
A little bit of that, yeah.
confidence, just a
Meeting the
little
two
bit,
worlds.
but still,
Yeah, but still humble.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, still trying to be
Yeah.
like, I'm chill, like it's cool,
I'm
I'm
chilling,
competitive,
like
but
I know I'm good. I know you're gonna watch me, and nah, but yeah,
yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
joining the two worlds is good because when I meet with both of them, I'm like, okay, I see
Hmm.
very very like a lot of pros from each and some cons from each. Like
Oh yeah, for
for
sure.
example, not some cons, but just like we honestly we have a great b-boy scene in Hawaii, but like I didn't know that I liked popping, like
Mm.
as much as I do now, or like the ability to like with all the SoCal teams, like the collegiate teams, just like being with them or like training with people here, it's like, oh, okay, like can actually learn some specific styles like house and locking and stuff that I never really knew I was into until I came here, and I was like, whoa, this is dope. Like there's
Yeah.
a whole nother level to versatility with those elements, and I was like, okay, cool. So I got really into that when I moved up. And I wish there was maybe more of a representation. I feel like maybe there is now, because like World of
A little
Dance
bit.
is getting big, and so I feel like, but when I was there, I feel like the b-boy scene was cracking, but like not anything else, like there's not a huge representation of like
Yeah.
dope house dancers or lockers or whatever. But I guess it's also because like that was all like, there's like a lot of club scenes here that
Mhm.
it's crowded from, but maybe I don't know why it's only b-boying.
Yeah, I don't know either. And see, I think for me it was the same thing. Like, I mean, I knew I
Yeah,
kind
you
of
always you
had
always
some,
taught. Yeah, you always had that hip
but
hop
like,
kid. It's the name on Instagram.
but like, I think when I moved to LA and I started like really being around like free and stuff, like, I think that's when
Yeah.
I was like, dang, there's a lot more that I need to learn, like,
Hmm.
and I really like it, like,
Oh my god, I had the deepest crush on Fee.
so did I.
Everyone did. It was like,
Oh yeah, yeah, because I mean, he is just he's just on another level. But like, yeah, just being around him and the crew, just like it was just an eye opener for me. Like, I did not realize how far down that rabbit hole went. Like,
yeah, no, I had no idea, but it's really cool. Like,
hmm,
it's so dope.
hmm,
And then if they're good at a lot, like multiple styles, I'm like, how the f are how I don't get it. Like my mind is
yeah,
like,
yeah,
but definitely love learning that. I dived into that and I was like, this is this is dope. And I wish there was more out there for us.
oh, for sure, for sure. Like, what other I guess differences do you see between like Hawaii dance community and like mainland, uh, like let's say with some of the collegiate teams? Do you see any other differences?
Um, I don't know. I think, well, definitely there's always been the production quality.
Mm-hmm.
of like, I feel like our concerts, like we called them concerts, right, and not recitals, because
Mm-hmm.
it was on a bigger scale, like, which I think is really dope, that and really special about our community back home. Is I feel like it's a lot of storytelling. Of the production quality is very high, even if it's just a concert and a reason for us to dance and like perform in front of our families and friends. I think that's really cool. Whereas maybe if there wasn't, I mean, I don't know, maybe people here too are the same, but it's just so different. Like just the headpieces and the costumes and like the hours spent like practicing, just, and like it, and I feel like we did have preparation time, like we
Mm-hmm.
did, but I
Yeah.
feel like we didn't like rehearse that long compared to some teams up here, and they're just rehearsing for that one piece that's
Yeah.
going into that competition. So it's dope. Like the things that they come up with are insane, like
Mm-hmm.
insane. And even the kids, like, now since I've been directing with Bo and stuff, and um, our kids, and we go to like Vibe Juniors, it's like insane, the quality and the caliber. And why are these kids taller than me? All of them. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, these are some old, like not old, but they're just like so womanly, so fast. It's crazy. Like
They're like
they dance
grown
like women,
people.
and I'm like, stop growing up. But they're so good. But I think that's the thing, is they rehearse like for like a long time for the one piece to go into the competition,
Yeah.
unless they're doing like the more studio competitions. But for the collegiate scene, like you're putting it all into that one piece, and we're kind of like putting together a whole concert. And I feel like it's in such a short amount of time. And I think I'm very thankful that we had to have that like quick process. Even me and Ricky were talking about this the other night. Like I think what helped us learn so quickly too, and kind of catch details and be clean from the get-go, is because our classes were also shorter, right? Like they were like
Oh
an
yeah.
hour. So
Yeah.
it's like you had to get, and it was consistently like 8 8s,
Yeah.
consistently 8 8,
Consistently.
and you know what I mean? And we have to like teach or learn really fast. And I mean, all of us, I'm not competitive, but like all of us were competitive with each other, It
Oh
was
yeah,
like
for sure.
in each little company, there was like, oh, it's that one and that one, like they're like the same age, same like kind of
Yes.
talent and caliber. But yeah, so I mean, going back to the other question, I always go on tangent, sorry. I'm like, where'd I go?
No, but it's true. It's true
But
because if you think about our classes, like we've had to warm up, we did conditioning, and then
yep, abs.
sometimes yeah, right, we did conditioning, and then we got into 8 8s. Felicia saying sometimes 16, which is true. Like, and then you had people like Yuri was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do 24.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that helped us and learn it. Like,
Yeah.
and we had time. I mean, sometimes I guess we go over for groups and stuff, but
Right.
it was always like jam packed. Like you got 1 hour to really smash it, and then it was
Yeah.
always like, you know, ballet progressions, jazz, and then maybe hip hop after. Like it was so. But I lived for those days. Like I lived for. I don't know how I was still chubby. Like not chubby, but like I was
I'm like
definitely.
chubby.
I wasn't chubby, but I was like, I'm like, man, you should have been way skinnier than that if you're training that much compared to now. Like, I wish I
Yeah.
was training that much now. I miss it. I miss it a lot. And there's no excuse. Like, I literally can, but it's just it's such a special place. Like, I loved it. So good.
No, exactly. Like it's just it's crazy to me to think that that's literally what we did from like 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock all day,
every
day.
every day,
Yeah,
every day.
we were
So
taking.
cool. It's so
It didn't
cool.
matter if you were advanced. You were still taking intermediate classes, sometimes
No,
beginner
it's
classes.
good. It's
Yeah,
good. It's good. I think
yeah.
it was really cool. And our intermediate wasn't even like intermediate. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I was like,
Sorry.
oh my God. I know, but I loved it. No, this it's a part. It helped us get to like where we are because of that, which is I'm really thankful for.
Yeah. Sure. Oh yeah. Sorry. We both went on a tangent. So, any differences other than?
I mean, I think that was the biggest one for me when I came up here and like saw the collegiate and SoCal scene was that they were really. I mean, of course, there was always like a formula. I think when I just watched like past videos and stuff, there's like a very specific formula to each team, which is really cool because you know when you're watching that, like, oh, that's Kava, that's Pac, that's whatever.
Right.
So I think it's cool that you can tell which team is what, and that they all pushed for like, okay, there's a locking section, there's a whacking section, there's a which is cool because I didn't like really, we never really pushed that, but that's unique to us. Like that's why we were all so like versatile and like I feel like it was very innovative and a lot of jazz. That's why it was like big, big and like thrash. Like I love the old thrashy jazz. Like everyone, I know you could still pull out that triple turn.
Oh,
Go on, Brad. But yeah, I think it's cool that like up here it's very they push those styles and we never really did that, and we were just very like production quality, big, like go big or don't do it at all.
Yeah, for sure.
It makes us unique.
I think it definitely does, and I mean it's just not just 24/7 now. Like I know.
No, everybody did it. Like
yeah, everyone did.
Everybody was on. We were even talking about. I think it was me and Chelsea and me and Chelsea, and she was telling me when she was at Hyper Squad how she would watch 24/7 at the competition. She's like, oh, I remember this number, and I'm like, I totally remember the other studios numbers too. Like, there's one specific one. I don't know who it was, but they were like in chains, and they were like, I think it had to have been Urban Jam or something. I was really young, but I'll never forget, and it was sick. Like, it was so dope.
Sounds like a hype number.
That was your number?
No, I said it sounds like a hype number.
No, it was a Hyper Squad number.
Oh, okay.
It's like somebody was like getting rolled out in like the little dolly thing, and they were like,
oh
with
yes,
the chains, and then yes, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if it was at Willard Mall or if it was. I think it might have been. I don't know, but I was at one of those competitions. But like everyone, all the studios had really, really, really like cool, innovative, big production ideas, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, for sure.
It was a trio. Yes, Sasha. Yes. No, it like so good.
Yeah, it was so good. I think the first time I saw that one like scared me. I was like, whoa, this is scary. I was like,
yeah, but
I was like, Jason,
but it was dope.
it was so dope.
I was like, this is dope. I like it.
Yeah.
In your face.
It was so in your face. Like Hyper Squad definitely had like a couple that I was like, Jay, this is scary. Like, but they're so dope. Like,
but it's so
these
dope.
are so dope.
So dope.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then, oh my gosh, Josh and Evan for days, head spinning.
Head spin. So dope though. I was like, oh, he's grabbing the helmet.
Yeah, he's getting
it's
the
going
helmet.
down.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Here we go.
Let's go.
How long is he gonna spin this time?
How long is he? Yes, yeah. So cool though. But that's what's cool too is like when you're watching that, you know that 24/7. You know that's hyper squat. You know that's 808. You know that's like everyone had their specific qualities that made it them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's a thing everywhere, but like sometimes since I've never really gone to like conventions, I wasn't a convention kid. Sometimes I go now, and we're really trying to do that. Bo really pushes to make it unique as well and stand out, which is what he said. Like, he definitely has told me that he was inspired by 24/7 when he was like building the studio and stuff, and obviously he has a quality that's really special about him that like, oh, that's makers, that's elements, whatever. But when I go to some of these conventions, because we're taking the kids, and I'm like, now I'm watching, like I'm not in it anymore, and I'm just like, all kind of looks the same. But then you see the ones that stands out, and he's like, that's so and so from whatever. Like they're dope. So at least I've seen a healthy support and healthy competition. But when me and my roommate talk about those like moments, like where he grew up in that world, and it's so like competitive and whatever, I'm like, I'm kind of glad that I didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm glad we were like super competitive, and like doing the competition, it was like hi, and then after it was like, hey, where are we gonna go eat? Like, what are we doing?
Oh, we go Zippies.
Zippies.
Oh,
Yeah,
we go
for
Zippies.
sure.
No, I think it's cool too. You definitely see that. But then you see the teams, it really turns me off when teams are like super dope, really, really good, and they just have like a bad attitude. It just, oh God, I'm like, oh, all that talent and amazingness, and then,
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time I don't even know them, but I just kind of see like, the sourness,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, the impression.
like,
The impression just kind of kills it.
It does, because it's hard to find that. It's hard to find the balance. You got to find the balance, like how you're talking about, like where we want to pull from. Yeah, gotta stay humble, and you gotta be like, at least don't show it that you're a poor loser. At least like wait until you're off the stage or something before you're like, we should have won that.
Yeah. I understand you put in your work, but
like, come
on,
it's a competition. If you lost, like, even if you thought that you deserved like to win it, like, at least I've never seen that in Hawaii before, where they're like just straight up sore losers, like blatantly in front of your face, like. And then
I've seen it from parents.
Huh?
I've seen it from parents.
Okay, parents are a different story.
Yeah.
A different story. I'm always like, don't be that dance mom. I'm glad my mom wasn't that dance mom.
Yeah.
She wasn't that dance mom. She was never like whatever. But she used to. Oh, remember how there was that big window in the one by Sears?
Yes.
That big window. I remember her always. And I always used to go in the corner where she couldn't see it. She couldn't see me. I was like, stop. Because then after she'd be like, she wouldn't be like blatant about it, but she'd be like, you weren't pointing your toes. She'd be like, stop looking down when you dance. And I'm like, stop giving me notes. But she always gave me good notes. I just didn't want to hear it from her. I could hear it from anybody else and be like, okay, you're right. I should point my toes. But then she says it, and I'm like,
yeah, okay, show me, Mom. Show me.
Yeah.
Go, do it. You do it.
She can point her toes. She has a good point. She has a good point.
Oh, snap.
She can be the next featured sickle shaka on here.
If your mom can do it, I'll post it. I'll put it up.
She would never. She would not send a picture of her feet to you at all.
I think that should be a real thing. If you can do a sickle foot and a shaka, and you send it at the same time, I will post it.
I'll post it.
Because I had to use some tape.
Not using the tape.
I had to use tape.
Ew! Did you pop some toe hairs?
No, because I shave.
Oh,
So
shave. Oh, you gotta keep
yeah,
keep the toes nice.
gotta manscape. Sometimes
Oh, ew!
can't
Not
have that.
keeping your toes.
Can't have that hobbit feet.
Can't have hobbit feet. That's true. That's true. Sasha, she
So,
would be like, go manscape those toes.
no, but like before, well, now like I don't get to go into the water so much, but like before, like when you surf, like I didn't like the wax sometimes getting onto like
Oh, and pulling it off.
yeah, my leg hairs. Well, I mean,
Oh,
you know how it is, but
yeah, yeah.
oh my
I
gosh.
missed it so much.
So, is there let me ask, of all the things that you've done, is
Hmm.
there any stories that like backstage stories that no one or just no one on like watching the show would know happened or
Oh,
that like stick out?
I think one of well, definitely, the Cirque, the Michael Jackson Cirque show was the biggest. I think that's the biggest part of especially in my dancing. Like I kind of noticed like a change,
Mhm.
um, where I was really into well, I always loved Michael. Like that was the only person that I could for sure say I wanted to dance for him. Like I was like, like, oh, I was so mad. Not mad. Obviously, I was really sad. Sad when he passed away, and I was like, never gonna dance for him. Fuck. But oops, sorry for the language. But so I think that was really cool because I was like the closest I ever got, and we
Mhm.
obviously got to learn from really dope people. Travis Payne, he's so great, and he was just so special in how he shared the stories. Like I really felt like, okay, like this is the closest that I can get to that experience. Like so I just soaked it all in. I didn't even know what was happening. Like I was like, is this real? Like I don't know what's happening. But he would tell us little stories, and I remember him playing us the raw, just his vocals, and it was like, I don't know if it was the first time he recorded it or whatever, but he's like nobody has this, whatever, and he's just like, lay down, close your eyes, and it was Smooth Criminal, and it was just the
Oh,
vocals, and I was like I was in shock. But I don't know. I think that's what a lot of that was such a huge production. Obviously, I had never been on a stage like that before, where I was just backstage watching. Okay, it's not just us. It's the carpenters, the technicians, the riggers. It takes a freaking army to do these shows, and we're not even the biggest one. Our cause stage makes our stage look like, I don't know, a toddler.
yeah.
I don't know. When I went back there, I was like, what the heck is going on? But even just since we got to do the creation process, how many versions we went through,
Mhm.
And the amount of time spent on each number, and it was like, oh my God, I remember version 27 with the sticks, and it was just crazy, to see that process, and then backstage, seeing that the technicians developing their timing and their choreography, going this has to go here, and this goes around here, and just the whole magic behind it
Mhm.
is really cool. And I had never been a part of a production like that before, so it was really oh wow. And then it was cool to be the artist and not be dancing behind someone.
Mm.
It was you got to be the artist, and just a lot of cool people came, which I remember when Carlos Santana came, and I was like, and he was so sweet, he was just so da 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 da, super soft spoken, Michael too, and I was like, oh, Carlos Santana's talking to us. He just told me I did a good job. I know he was speaking to everyone, but specifically I heard it for me.
Yeah, I feel like he said it to me personally.
I feel like he said it to me personally, or The girl that, you know, that, like, I don't even know her name, but she was the Asian girl in the Smooth Criminal video.
Yes.
Like, she was the one that tossed the coin.
Yeah.
Or not toss a coin, but he sees her. She's the first one that he sees. She came to watch and like talk to everyone, and I think I couldn't be there that day because I either had something or whatever. But I remember my dance coach being like, she specifically pointed you out. She's like, the girl in the blue wig, and I was like, yes, she's iconic. I was like, and so it's like weird, like just little moments like that. Not even like I don't remember, not remember, but like there are specific people that came that I was like, I can't believe that person is watching us. But it wouldn't be like the people that, like, everybody had that person where they're like, Beyonce's watching us, so and so's watching us, Justin's watching us, like. And I remember, this is so funny. I remember, I wonder if any of them are on here. Phil was like, oh, Arashi is in Vegas right now. Oh no, and whatever. And this is the Japanese boy band I'm obsessed with, or have always been obsessed with. And I remember them being like, oh, I think they're in Vegas. What if they came to watch your show? Ha ha ha. And I was like, ha ha, that'd be amazing. But yeah, they're probably not. And then I remember being like, because you can kind of see out like some through like the little side doors, and I was like, that looks like that could be them, because they always sit in the same section, like all the celebrities or whatever, and there's just a line of Japanese people in business suits, and then there were two of them right there, and I was like, oh my god. I was like freaking out. And I was with, I think you met Joji, my Japanese ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
Because I think I brought him to the studio.
Yes.
But we were together at the time, and he's like tumbling, and I'm like in the towers like doing Smooth Criminal, and I was like, Joji, Arashi is in the audience. And he was like still trying to do the choreo, and he's like about to tell me, he's like Usatsuke, like, you're lying, and he's like going to tell me, I'm like, they're right there, I promise. So I was freaking out that whole time. I was like, it's not even like, because nobody knows who they are, so it wasn't like Arashi is in the audience, they're gonna be backstage, so come and take a picture with them. But for me, I was like, they're watching us, this is crazy. But yeah, I think just all the backstage magic. You know, I got to cross train, which was really cool. They let us learn like acrobatic skills, and I actually got to do one of them. And of course, for the acrobats, it's like this is just like a cue for them. But for me, I was like, oh my god, I'm in the dark, I'm on this thing, I'm harnessed up, I get to get out of 3 dance numbers by doing this, and it was so cool. Like, it was really cool. But like just even being harnessed, flying over the audience, and then just like dropping down and like holding on to stuff and doing, it was like a dream come true for me. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. But stuff like that was really cool.
What's like one like piece of advice for someone who either wants to start dancing or is thinking about starting to dance, or maybe thinking about becoming a professional or wants to be a professional? What's one like piece of advice that you would have for them?
I think that people that want to start dancing absolutely should. Like, I mean, now just even though I'm like TikTok, like, but I'm like, it's cool because it's getting everyone dancing, like, and people are actually like, you know, opening up to it, and I love teaching beginners. Like, my beginners are like my highlight. Like, there's like moms, and they're super fun to teach. So I think that anybody that wants to start dancing should, because it's never too late. Like, I've met a lot of dope people here, especially because, you know, there's all those castings and whatever, and I'm like, they're like, I'm 50, and I'm like, you're 50? How are you 50 and you look like that and you dance like that? And like, a lot of them started late, like even professionally in their career. They're like, oh yeah, I remember I met this girl, and she said she was a marine biologist for years, and then she just decided, like, okay, so she's been doing like a lot of acting and dancing stuff, and I'm like, you look amazing. I want your goals. So I think that nothing is unattainable. And for people that want to dance professionally, I mean, I've had some ups and downs. There were a couple breaking points where I was like getting frustrated with myself because I felt like I had, um, spent my whole life towards this. Like there was never a plan B. There should
Right.
have been a plan B, but there was never a plan B. And I was getting frustrated because I felt like I was talented enough to be here, and I had the good work ethic, and I was winning the choreographers over, but it was always just like, you're too short. I'm sorry. Like, you're just too small. Like, I can't put you behind her. You're going to look like a midget. Or I can't put you in this. You don't look the part. And it's always like, damn, I can't change that. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
literally can't change it. Like, if it was, oh, you need to be more, perform more, or you need to work on this, like, it's something that I could go back, okay, I'm going to train my butt off and I'm going to do it. But it was like, okay, I can't even change the fact that I'm, like, the height that I am. So
Right.
I was getting frustrated. But then I kind of went on this path where I was like, okay, I love to create. I love choreographing. I love teaching. Like, maybe I should put more focus into that, even though that's not, it wasn't the dream, like, oh, I'm going to come up here and be a teacher, That wasn't the original thought, I guess. It was, okay, go be a backup dancer, go be this, go be that. But then you come here and you're like, oh my God, there's so many different avenues.
Right.
That it's not just that. We only see that. And those dancers are very talented and amazing and great, and that's why they book the jobs. But a lot of it, I mean, comes down to look. Like, did you find were you at the right place at the right time? Were you wearing this? Was your hair short or long or whatever? And you can't, like, spend, I just decided I'm not going to spend the energy anymore worrying about why I'm not the right look or why I'm whatever. Like, why I don't want to spend a million, like, minutes worrying about what I need to wear for the audition and are they going to like me? Why didn't they like me? So I kind of stepped away a little bit. Like, I still am a part of that, but I've never been like, that has never appealed to me, being like, audition for my life, I'm going to show everyone up. I've never been like that.
Yeah.
I would have a panic attack in the corner sometimes, but still able to, like, okay, no, I should be there. But I had to definitely have that battle with myself inside. And then I kind of was like, I don't really want this. And it's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm giving up, because that's still always an option. But I think it's cool that when you come here, you're like, oh, a lot of people have started acting. A lot of people go into commercial work and they are banking.
Yeah.
Making the money. And then I think I kind of found my niche with teaching now, where I'm like, I really, really enjoy this. I feel great when I create and share. So I think people that are wanting to be professional dancers, they should know that you can find a place somewhere. It's not like, you come here and a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm not even booking anything. I'm like, you've been here for a year. Like, people got to pay their dues, and they have to know who you are. It's really about who you know, because there's so much talent, so many different looks and beautiful people. Like, you'll be able to find your niche anywhere, and there's a lot of different avenues that you can take with it. So shouldn't stop you if you're a 4'11" Asian girl from Hawaii.
No, it shouldn't. I mean, I think I absolutely hated auditions. Like, I would go in and be like, this is dumb. Like, this is so dumb.
That's why I want to be on the other side of the table. I love that. Like, the few auditions that I have been able to run, I'm like, I love this. Next, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go.
Yeah.
But also thinking about, like, what I hated about auditions, like what I hated about, like, feeling like that, like, how do I translate it and now be better at being the person behind here, Yeah. So definitely it's a learning experience, and I'm thankful for it. Like, it's taught me to have some tough skin.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I think it's good that you stopped putting your energy into the wrong thing.
Yes,
And
and
then
focus and refocus. Yeah,
yeah,
and it might change in a year. Like I might be like, you know what? Don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna go into whatever. Like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's what's cool about being here. It's like everyone is just all over the place, and you can go multiple.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, yeah. Uh,
This was fun.
so this is fun. I know
This
we're running out of time. Um,
small kind, small kind,
Makaina, but
small kind.
I just want to say thank you for doing this. Uh, yeah.
Yay!
Also, I think you should do more cooking. Start a cooking channel because it's freaking hilarious. Like, it's freaking
I get
hilarious.
hella bored. And I'm like, I guess
No,
I'll
it's
just
fine.
bored myself trying to attempt to cut these. I never show myself cutting stuff because I'm really like, I'm a little self conscious. I'm like, real chefs are gonna watch this and be like, she's cutting that onion wrong.
No,
But yeah,
just
I
do
will.
it.
I mean, I will. I'll try.
Just do it because I think that's the best part of it. Like it's just like the things that you say or like
Yeah.
yeah, the fact that you're not a professional, but the stuff that you make, you're like, dang, that really does look good. Like
It looks good. I mean, it tastes good. Whatever, as long as it tastes good.
yeah, as long as it's
As long
edible.
as it tastes good. We all want more cookie with Brandi.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'll make a cookie show.
But yeah,
Maybe that's my thing. I'll be a
that's your next thing.
choreographer,
Yeah.
cooking show host, and we'll make spam musubis while we crump. You're gonna go 1, 2, you push the rice in, you're gonna roll the nori around.
Dang, that's some rough spam musubi, Megan.
I know, right? I'm like, wait, now it's smushed.
But yeah, thank you for doing this. I like
Yay.
super appreciate it.
Yay!
Where can people follow you?
At Brandi Chun, which is my name, BrandiChun. I don't really use Twitter or like anything else, but so Instagram or YouTube. I have stuff on YouTube now.
Nice.
I have my cooking show on YouTube.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead with your cooking and your dancing.
Yay.
But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you so very much.
Yay.
Um,
Hopefully, I was a good first
you're amazing.
interviewee.
Perfect. This is perfect. No, like I think it's dope because like that's all we really wanted to do is just talk about things and like hear stories from people. We probably need to bring you on again because I know there's so much things that you and I could go back and forth on.
Yes. We
But yeah,
just talked. Oh my God, our time in China.
yeah, we need to do another collab. Let's do another collab.
Yep. Do I do? That was a good one.
It was a good one.
That was dope.
Yeah, it was fun. We need to do that again.
Hey.
But yeah, thank you to everyone who's listening to this or watching this. I'm gonna save it. I've been recording it, so I'm gonna post it up. Sickle Podcast. We have a YouTube channel. We have the Instagram. We're working on actually doing the whole podcast uploading.
Yes.
I gotta figure this thing out. Like Larry and I gotta figure this thing out.
Yeah.
But yeah. So again, thank you so much. Love you. I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Bye. You too. Bye.
Bye. How do we get off this?